Good evening. Welcome back to Gamer Behind the Rose. Tonight we are going to have episode 1 of Dystopian Rising Coast to Coast, our little cross-country tour of the post-apocalypse. For those not familiar with Dystopian Rising, it is at first glance a post-apocalyptic zombie story. But it's actually a bit more than that. The writers of Dystopian Rising Evolution are big fans of the hope punk genre and are aiming it to be the beginning of post-apocalypse. You are working towards the rebuilding of the new world. So, with that premise set up, we'll do a round of introductions. When I say your name, go and introduce yourself and explain a little bit about your character. We'll start with Kate.
Hi. So, my name is Kate Fuller, David's wife. I will be playing the character of Maze. Maze is a Yorker, so she comes from Old York. She is a Jones, that's her job. So she is somebody who travels around the wastelands looking for old world items. And she belongs to the Crafters of Alexandria, which means that she takes those items and she puts them in the museum where they belong. People who understand and study old world technology, old world items, and she is going to be on this journey having collected an old world artifact that she is taking back to the Old York Public Library.
Good. Jeremy, who are you and what are you playing in this game?
I'm Jeremy. I'm also on David's Werewolf game, and every once in a while I show up on the Onyx Path channel. I'm playing Seven No Time. He is a Lascarian mad scientist member of the Psionicists Guild. Most notably for this campaign, he has a really awesome ride that he lives in and travels in, and is all quite heavily fortified, and so it provides good. It's a good thing to travel in, and so he's basically running post-apocalyptic Uber, though it's not so much because he wants to drive people around so much as he wants other people to find scrap for him.
Great. Hey, next. Cameron, who are you and what are you playing?
Hi, my character is Terry Meta. He is a traveling priest of the Silver Screen. So he is out to help our dear Maze, for one, get her miraculous artifact from here to there. So, as well as perhaps profess the one and true word of the TV guide.
I love it.
And now from our sponsors.
Now, a word from our sponsors. Okay, and Stephanie, who are you? What are you playing?
I am Nin. I am an unborn. She is a servant of the undying. Praise the great mind. Thank you very much. And she randomly shows up places. Like, she knows what she's doing. No one else does, but she does it with a purpose.
Good.
I couldn't find my sunglasses. Her eyes are pure white. She's a little bit weird, and I was going to wear sunglasses, but I can't find them. Next session.
Oh, that's fair. And behind you, Lewis, who are you and what are you playing?
I'm Lewis, and I'm new to David's channel. But
go on.
Sorry, there was a dog. Play Crunch, the Simper Mort, who is here to mow down Zed.
Praise Zed. Praise the
Scythe. So killing Zed is 90% of his existence. The other is eating.
Fair. I'm going to see no conflict between the two of you at all.
It's the great mind, not the great body.
All right.
That is glorious. You got to remember that.
Oh, geez. Okay. So a lot of what I just did is just first session introduction. Something I will mention each time. My channel uses the Consenting Gaming Guide written by Monty Cook for this game, and help me if I forgot something. The subjects that we will be avoiding. We will not do graphic detail depictions of sex. If sex happens, that is fine. We will just fade to black off camera. We will not be doing like depictions of extended suffering. It is the post-apocalypse. People do starve to death, but we're not going to like have Billy slowly but surely starve over the course of several sessions. Like, no need for all of that. We're not going to do harm to children. We may find children zombies. We may find children that are dead, but we will not like the PCs will not be in a position where they are harming a living child. It will not happen. We will not get. We will not have small spiders. And when we have big spiders, I'll pull back on how detailed I get with the spider descriptions. Okay. Did I miss anything?
No, I got everything.
Also, no lamp. No, I'll look it up. I have the notes. It's on your list. So, let's see.
Gaslighting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, no gaslighting. So, while there might be individual uses of things like Jedi mind trick, mind powers, there won't be any long drawn out. I'm told you're your ally. Everything's good, but I was really manipulating you the whole time. Gaslighting sort of stuff. So, none of that will be featured in this game. But there will be lots of exploding zombies and guts and everything everywhere. And as Jeremy can attest, I am just a fan of gore in horror stories. I'm a fan of just giving my characters showers of blood.
This is the best kind.
That's the best kind. So, onto the game. Our story starts in the city of San Dimas in what used to be Los Angeles. Los Angeles, over the course of the various things that led to where the world is now, combined with some nasty earthquakes, the big one happened at some point, is now a series of islands connected via bridges of varying quality, some wide enough and sturdy enough that you could drive a vehicle over, some barely wide enough and sturdy enough that a person could walk across, and everything in between. Overall, San Dimas Island is known as a party town. Its reputation it inherited from the old world for some reason is that it's an excellent place to be. And so the various members of the party were in San Dimas. They know personally why they were there. Maze has already explained why she was there. She's looking for an artifact. She is looking for a legendary artifact that is supposed to be able to read the records that have been left behind by the masters of the signal. In partnership with the same church that Terry's a part of, her society, which tries to stay on the down low since they're often carrying around important artifacts that bandits and warlords would like to get a hold of. In partnership with Terry's society, they have been preserving the records of the people that were able to interface with the signal. So to find one of the rare magical boxes that can translate these discs and cubes is a truly valuable find. Maze came in and through contacts Terry, who recently completed his seminary. He completed his great marathon and made it through the binge fasting, where young would-be priest devote a day to watching the show, the story about the 6 strange and narcissistic adults sitting on couches and drinking coffee while denying themselves sustenance.
I think they called it companions.
Yes. And he came out the other side, and his first task was to meet up with Maze and help her attain the artifact and get it back to the Great Library. Maze knew that just her and this new priest weren't going to be enough, so her organization gave her money to hire additional help. Going to the various clubs and bars that are around Los Angeles' islands, finally came across San Dimas, where Maze and Terry found Seven, Nin, and Crunch, and offered to pay them 20 scrap apiece, which also Maze and Terry were given 20 scraps as a ration for doing this job. And in the process of getting them, in the process of asking around the locals, they found that the location of this artifact is at a place that the locals call the Great Gift on the Cliff. So our session starts with the group standing in front of a massive square box hanging precariously on the edge of one of the islands. A big yellow gift tag hanging from a metal string is on the front of this box. Whoever the gift is to has long been removed. The doors to this place are broken open and rubble leads up to it. There's no immediate threats around, and the nearest people you can hear partying at a club a couple blocks that way on the other side of some ruined out buildings. There you are.
Okay. So, before entering, I'd like to use my bomb awareness edge that I have for having high lore.
Okay.
To basically check for traps.
Okay. Does that call for a check?
I believe so. If you guys can put that there.
Okay. Well, she's looking this up in the book. Does anybody else have any prep they need to do? You have all the equipment that we agreed you had before the game starts on you. So you've got weapons and stuff. Seven can like pull his really cool vehicle up to this point, but he like could stick his head out of it, see that the thing's teetering and go, oh no. But I will give you it is at nighttime. So you can go ahead and get out of your vehicle safely without the bright light.
I'd like to imagine that your vehicle has like 4.5 stars painted on the side.
I also like to imagine that his vehicle, since he has built on it and built it up and built it out, I imagine it has multiple ports. So at any point, he can comically, like,
pop out.
And there's no windows because of the light thing, so it is like little hatches of...
Right. All right. Anybody else have any other prep they need to do while she's looking that up?
No, I'm actually pretty good. Terry is just sort of standing there surveying all of this. He's wearing his leather armor, puts on a broken pair of sunglasses.
Yep. And remember, you guys need to let me know when you generate momentum from your various flaws, because momentum is what fuels some of your cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something like, oh wait, suspend a momentum. Never mind.
I will be cool and say that you have 3 momentum built up. By default, you don't start with momentum, but because by default you don't start with momentum, it means that you can't use any of your miracles or psychic stuff without damaging yourself. So I will say you have 3 momentum right now. So does that change what Nina or what Nin would like to do?
I mean, I could do sense presence.
Okay.
That's what I was wanting to do too.
All right.
Okay. So do you know what check that calls for?
Survival plus cunning versus difficulty equal to number of targets. Success prevents any ambush or surprise attacks within that field against the user. Against that user, not everyone.
It gets just you. That's fine. Okay. So go ahead and roll that pool. Your base difficulty is 1, but you have a complication of attract undead.
Yep. All right, he's getting that up.
Five plus 4 to 9 dice.
What do you got, Nin?
Okay. 2 roll for me a 5. Got it?
Roll 5.
Mm-hmm.
And base success is 8.
Yes. Yeah. Had to shift my brain. You guys are not aberrants because nothing else in Story Path is aberrants.
You got 1 success.
I got 1.
Okay. So you have basically a radar ping going on, but you know, and only you know, that you did not do it cleanly. So if there are Zed in your field, their little zombie ears just perked up.
Keeps glasses on. Nothing phases her. Yeah, right. This is cool.
So,
All right. So bomb awareness is a skill check.
okay.
And what it does is it allows me to add my lore skill as bonus dice to actions involving finding and disabling traps. I'm going to suggest that it is a cunning survival check.
Sure.
So plus my lore is 9 dice.
Okay.
Together for that.
She does spend a momentum for this. 10s explode. Okay.
So that was
I think it was 2 in total?
2, because 7s are not a success, right?
Nope, you are not an aberrant.
All right, so 2 successes.
All right, cool. You do not detect any traps.
Okay.
Like from the outside or the approach or the front of the giant gift.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right, let's head.
1 second.
Yep.
I would like to make a cunning survival test
Okay.
to examine the area for recent signs of Zed.
Okay.
Specialization from close combat Zed would apply here, I believe.
It would. What's your rank of close combat?
5.
Okay, so I think that's 2 enhancements.
I believe so.
Yeah. So get it with 2 enhancements.
Two, three, four, 6. Do 10s explode, or are there 2 successes in this?
They explode.
Explode, okay. So I have to reroll 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Okay.
Wait, no.
You don't see anything out here, but you smell the stench that Zed gives off coming from inside of the gift.
Okay. I will we'll move back to the group, and there are probably Zed inside. I can smell them. And Crunch, when he says this, pulls out his trusty machete and kind of runs his tongue across the blade, showing his sharp fangs.
Nice. All right. So
Well, that's why we brought you along.
Right. Terry will get out his little scrap pistol. It's kind of trash. He's like, he gets it out, kind of looks at it and looks at everyone, looks at it, and he's like, yeah, I know, it's kind of trash. So,
I mean, I have more or less the same. A nice little pistol that I will pull out to step forward.
Seven's got a rifle, but he is
at
not
my,
confident carrying it.
Trusty whip at my hip, and
because of course you have a whip.
of course I have a whip.
Does Nin?
It's standard for a Jones.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's technically a grappling line, but same difference.
Does Nin have any obvious weapons?
Just a pistol?
Pistol? Okay, cool. Every single character at minimum has a piece of armor and a weapon unless they request to have something else. So, yeah.
I think I have a knife. But I have a saw.
Shiv.
I have a shiv. All
She's a
right.
shiv.
A shiv.
That's appropriate.
There you go.
Little petty cutter.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna look around them and make sure that all of them are properly equipped. None of them are lacking armor somehow for some bizarre reason.
I think they all have at least like the fit clothes.
Yeah, I have my leather jacket.
Leather jacket.
yep. He's
Yeah.
wearing, like I said, he's wearing this
Leather
like
jacket.
slightly padded leather armor.
Nice. Okay. So no, they seem adequate.
I don't know.
Okay,
They shouldn't immediately die.
that's good. I would be very annoying if they did. I will take point on this one since we suspect that Zed are inside. And if they're waiting inside at nighttime, it's likely that they're hoping to ambush someone coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's easy enough to climb over the wreckage. At the top of the wreckage, looking in, you could see that you're going to be able to walk inside of the gift, but it's like walking on a roof if you've ever done any roofing or just effed around on top of your house. It's gonna take balance, and you're gonna want to walk carefully. Do you guys attempt to be stealthy? Do you just go in after the Zed killer?
I will at least vaguely try to be sneaky.
Okay.
Do I propose attribute or skill? I'm sorry.
So technically, I call for the skill. You tell me the attribute.
Okay.
But I'm willing. I just have players in Story Pass system. I just have players pitch me a pool, and if I'm like, then I have you change it.
Sure. So I'm gonna go just with Dex stealth. I'm not here to push the mechanics.
Right.
My whole 3 dice.
Hey.
I can roll just straight dex.
Fair enough. So there's going to be a comp. 1 second. Yeah. Wait until I give complications.
Sorry.
There is a complication of 1 for the angle.
For the
All right.
train.
For the treacherous train. If you have something that lets you ignore complications from treacherous train, which is a ton of things in Story Path.
Yes, I have balanced step. So I will make a death athletics check with no complications.
There you go.
Nope. I am far too noisy.
7 is not stealthy.
No.
7 generates a momentum. Terry generates a momentum. Wait, no, did Terry get a success?
Yes, I got 1 success.
Okay. No. Okay. So 7 generates a momentum. Terry does not generate a momentum.
2 successes.
2. How'd Nin and Crunch do?
I'm not being stealthy.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're choosing not
Or
to be?
she is. Stephanie,
What?
are you being stealthy?
I mean, I'm behind everyone, so.
So are you gonna make a
We are not a subtle group.
You know what? I might as well try. Maybe it's a little bit.
Okay. It's how you generate momentum.
Okay, yeah,
what I
let's
did.
do it.
And I don't regret that decision.
No, I don't either.
What do we roll?
It's usually dex stealth, but like you can suggest something else.
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge
Subterfuge or athletics.
or athletics.
All right.
And you've got one complication. We are Amazoning them some dice.
Yes, we are.
2 successes.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. Okay, so you are stealthy and you buy off the complication. All right. So I'll explain what happens with 7 in a second. Crunch goes in first, keeping his balance, but going in ready for a fight. 7's behind him, trying to be stealthy, and hits his knee into like a metal cage with wheels, which hits another metal cage with wheels, and they proceed to cluck, 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 and roll down into the belly of the gift, hitting many ancient walls along the way. Terry is sitting there and he's being stealthy, but one of these cages with wheels hits him and he knocks himself prone and slides down a few feet. Meanwhile, Maze and Nin both come in after this chaos. Very quiet, careful.
All you hear is, "Damn it, Brothers of Blue, why did you desert me?"
As you guys are there, Nin, your mental ping senses a dozen things in the dark. Some on the left, some on the right. About 6 on the left, 6 on the right.
12, 12, 12, 12. Okay. I don't know you guys, so.
Crunch is
hired you.
Crunch is going on ahead.
Yes, you did. Kill? No. The sounds that they created, what is the noises doing?
So you guys all pause. Even like everybody kind of pauses in the positions they were at, and the echoes and the clatter of all of the wheeled cages echo throughout this hollow gift. Silence. In your mind, the 12 things move incredibly slowly in your direction, but you can't see them yet. Out of the darkness, in front of Crunch, not to the left or right, not showing up on your ping, you hear a human say, weakly, as if injured, "How may I be of service?" Do any of you have some sort of torch or light or the ability to see in the dark?
I have very good vision.
Okay. 7, you're behind Crunch. You can see this weak, pale man pull himself up from behind this leadership position, this circle in the middle of the gift. He wears blue cloth, and where you believe some sort of identification used to be is a nasty wound caked over with gore. He leans weakly over the counter and repeats, "How may I be of service?"
What did we say the name of the device was?
You know, and Terry knows, that it is the Oni box. It contains a demon that is willing to, in fact, bound to translate any data inserted into it.
I will speak up and I will say, we come seeking the Oni box.
Okay. Let me show you the way. And he reaches over and grabs a brown clipboard.
This poor man has been working customer service this whole time. Best Buy.
And
Who stole his yellow rain jacket?
and he just kind of gestures weakly for you to follow him.
Okay, we'll follow him. At least he's not Geek Squad.
He's just making his way towards the bottom of the gift.
I will be following him.
Okay. Hey, going. Gets Nin. The 12 dots, once you guys all go down, they all begin moving. He gets down towards the bottom of the gift, where you see many destroyed communication devices of the signal. It is a true waste. Just broken glass and empty vessels lie everywhere. And what did he say, Nin?
They're coming, guys.
She's behind all of you, and she says, "They're coming, guys."
Terry whispers a quick prayer to Saint Dirty Harry.
Maybe you should whisper 11 more of those.
Do you feel lucky, punk? 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 Do you feel lucky, punk?
I'm going to move to the back of the group.
All right.
Everyone between me and everyone behind me and between them and everything else the best I can.
Is the group going to kind of like shift?
I'm
focused on my task. I hired these people for a reason so that I could get the box. So y'all do your thing. I got to do my thing.
I will try to keep an eye on Maze, but I've got he's got his gun very clearly up.
So it's 7-0, so I'm going to start staring back up the cliff of the gift.
Seven's sort of trying to peer through the darkness for what he can see. He's a bit twitchy with this rifle.
7, make me a spot check, which I believe in story path is integrity plus wits?
Cutting. Can I try and talk you into survival?
Sure. I'll allow it because I find it weird that spot checks are like one of the only things in the system that's like, let players call the pool, let the players call the pool. This pool works this way. And it's like,
Three successes with one enhancement from the acute sense, so 4.
nice. So you can see coming behind the knocked over rows and other broken pieces of this ancient gift is in fact coming from the 6 on the left, 6 on the right shamblers, your most basic of Zed. And they haven't quite gotten to the point that everybody else can see it with their vision, but you're able to make out where they are. Meanwhile, at the exact same moment, the guy that's just here to help weakly pushes away a broken worship device. And there, in an ancient box, almost all writing on it faded away, except for a clear O, N, and little I,
Yes.
is the Oni box.
He whispers another prayer to the great signal in the sky.
I will ask the guardian of the gift. I'll say, are you going to be all right here?
Help you?
Just the box. I will take the box.
Blessings of Saint Tyson upon you.
All right. So now everybody turns around to look up the place where the Zed are coming?
Yep.
Okay.
Seven's shouting Zed and firing.
Cool. Go ahead and start combat, 7. Probably Dex and aim.
For firearms.
I don't think there's firearms.
That's what I have on my sheet.
I think it's called.
Yeah, there is.
It's aim and a different one. I think.
I know.
Trinity
Okay,
is aim.
fine. It's firearm. It's aim in Scion and Trinity.
So that was a really lucky roll, actually. 5 successes and 2 enhancement from the rifle.
Okay.
How much defense am I having to buy off?
3, but this doesn't have a way to apply its defense to firearms, and it doesn't have a way to end. It does not have a way to actively dodge.
Does it have an armor?
It does not have natural armor. Its thing is that unless you destroy all its health levels, it just keeps moving.
Okay. But that's 4 successes, so I should be able to buy the crit.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, if you buy the crit, that is 2 damage. Cool. So you with your rifle crack echoes throughout the gift, blows a massive hole right here. This thing's like head is just wobbling. It is still functioning by a thread. And with that, I will pull up notes and we will do initiative. Let me get rid of my werewolf notes where combat went fantastic for the PCs.
I love silver bullets.
Fantastic. Okay. So, I want to say you all have just a base initiative score. Is the number of dice you roll?
It's cunning and most appropriate skill.
Okay. So cunning plus the skill you most intend to use, and just keep track of how many successes you get. And then I will note the initiative for the good guys and initiative for the bad guys. Okay. Actually,
So wait, do we
these guys
roll
get 2
one
dice.
dice or do we roll the...
You roll cunning plus the appropriate skill. Okay, so...
Yay, 3
This
dice.
is apparently the luckiest die in the world, so because it got all the successes.
Wow.
I have a 3-point slot.
Okay. Okay. Cameron, did you get a 3-point slot?
4 successes
Okay, 4.
on 3 dice.
Do 10s explode for this?
You got
Yes.
We rolled well for initiative.
Successes.
Yeah, I rolled like on out my ass.
What did you get, Stephanie?
4, 2.
Okay. Lewis got 4.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
My apologies. I know relocation.
All right, cool. So for those that are rusty on StoryPath or not familiar with it, initiatives earn slots for your team. In this case, every single one of the good guy slots go before the bad guy slots. So basically the way it works is you guys just discuss who wants to take the first action, who wants to take the second. We go down the line until you've all taken an action, and then my bad guys go in the order I think is
You're
tactical.
going to use that. You have to spend momentum.
I already took my shot, so everyone else just go.
I'll let Chris go first. You know what you're about.
I can go.
Cool.
So Crunch with his machete will wade into the shamblers and start swinging.
Fantastic. Okay.
Might close combat.
Close combat and usually might.
Yep. Okay. So it'll put me on a roll of 9.
Okay. And you are buying off defense 3 and complication 1 because of the terrain. You are fighting up a hill.
Okay. I've got 5 successes total. So 1 success, and then I have 3 enhancements.
Yep.
1 for favorite weapon, and then 2 for the machete itself.
Yep. So are you going to target the one that's already damaged or just another one?
Yeah, we'll target the one that's already damaged. Try to start putting them down. So I don't know, is there a difference in scale for us?
Nope, you are the same scale.
Okay. I will buy the critical, I guess.
Okay, cool. So since you are fighting a mini horde, that first level of damage kills the injured one, and then your machete just kind of swings on and does a damage to the next one. I know how much damage the horde needs to take before it's dead.
Sure.
So.
And because the machete has the messy tag, that will be pretty splattery.
Yeah. So like you slice through the thin pieces, and somehow, like, it's almost like you're doing the tablecloth trick. The head lands on the machete and like smacks into the next zombie. Same time that your machete hits it. It would be insulted if it could be. All right, who's going next?
Go. Let Ninner. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or Stephanie, do you want to go?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Quick question. So Luz, which way did you go? Left or right?
Forward.
They're coming down like this and funneling down.
Okay, well, I don't want to hit Lewis.
You won't unless you critically fail.
Well, so my question is,
Yeah.
Is there like dangling light bits or other
Oh, yeah.
things? Okay.
Yeah.
So about how far away do you think?
Which part?
Like a big light thing over them.
Yes. Like
Yes, how far away?
from you or them?
From me.
From you? One that's over them for you to like shoot down.
Well, shoot down or use my whip. Grapple.
Okay. What's the range on your whip?
I mean, it's like a standard grappling length. So I would imagine like it goes like 20 feet.
Okay. I'm willing to say that there's one that's like hanging down slightly that you could grab onto, and your weight might pull it down if you're trying to swing over to them. What's
shooting
the?
it.
Okay, I was gonna say.
My goal is to drop it on them.
Tell me the overall goal.
My goal is to drop it on them.
Okay, then shooting is going to be the better bet.
Okay. I have the lightning calculator edge.
Okay.
So if you flip to that.
That usually
A little bit too
doesn't
late.
apply to shooting.
It does actually in this.
It'd be nice if Storypath was like consistent. Because in like Aberrant and Psionics, I'd be good at math.
It is good at math, but it does apply to aiming bullets.
Oh. 2 enhancements to aiming bullets.
Carefully aiming bullets.
Sure.
All right. All I know is I better see some bullet bending.
Apparently.
Apparently, what a lightning calculator lets you do, break physics.
Hey,
Right.
I'm going to say that you need a minimum of 2 successes to pull this off. Okay, you have it. Okay, so she whips out a pistol, and Maze shoots the one support, keeping a large set of lights up, falls down. I'm going to say that that is enough to take out another Zed.
It's just one.
It like falls and like lands straight down.
Okay.
All right. Terry, Nin.
After you, Terry.
All right, I'll go. Terry's just going to try to take a pot shot at the one that Crunch shot is still vaguely up and running, right?
Nope.
All right, I'll pick one.
The one that Crunch
Stab.
like,
I'm sorry.
stabbed a little bit is still
Yep.
up and running. So
Yep,
you can take a shot at that one to finish it off.
I'll take a pot shot at that one, and I'm going to pitch Presence Charisma because he's about to shout, oh, so much. Or Presence Firearms, excuse me. Because he's about to be loud.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Well, I hit 1 success.
Yeah, what's the enhancement of the item?
Oh, 1. It's
Okay.
kind of trash. It is a trash scrap.
It's damage. You
So-
damage it.
All right.
It's
The only
still
other
not-
shout is, are you not entertained?
Okay, Nin.
I mean,
I should let, since this is your first session playing this character, I should let you know that you, and again, only you, are aware that on their action, they are going to all try to come give you some love. The remaining 10 of them are going to attempt to. Now, you don't feel they can get to you in that turn, but you know you're attractive to them.
okay. What I may do, should probably.
You have momentum. Do you want to try to do one of your necromancy powers?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the. Let's see here.
I want to say, like, your very first one is
Death Shroud, the momentum. Okay, roll me 10.
It wasn't 10.
Yes.
Good God.
you will need. Okay, is this verse anything, or is it just roll to activate?
Against difficulty equal to the number of zombies to a maximum of 5.
So difficulty 5 and complication of 1.
Okay.
Okay. So
Not allowed to roll for me.
you concentrate, and the people that are like up front in the face of the bad guy, so mostly Crunch, you notice that all 10 of the Zed, even though you're right there, you are tasty. They all like adjust their head to look past you.
I am positively insulted.
On the plus side,
When we
we
get
got
to
the
my next
momentum.
turn, when we get to my next turn, I might just bite one so they know.
Nin, you get your momentum back because you failed to activate.
Yay.
Okay, now 7 for turn.
So 7 proper initiative turn.
At 7 shooting again.
Go for it.
And 7 whiffs. 7's not actually that good at shooting.
Did you dramatic fail or just fail?
Just normal fail.
Okay. Yeah, remember, if you dramatic fail on a item that has a fuel source, that is when that item is now out. So now you are out of bullets or yada yada, but you just normal failed. Okay, fair. Their turn. So the 10 shamblers are going to insult the crap out of Crunch by ignoring him and taking a full round move. Wait for it, Nin. Full round move. They managed to make it 9 feet.
Okay.
If they do that action again, they will be at you next turn.
Got it.
But it is now clear to everyone, they're all going for the weird lady with glasses.
Must be the weird vibe she gives off.
Thank goodness they're shamblers.
Maze, what's your defense?
My defense?
Yeah.
Oh, what is my defense?
It's 1 unless
It's 1.
something says otherwise.
It's 1. This is the first time you're being attacked this round.
Okay,
So you are in physical combat. You may roll your stamina and add any successes you get to your defense for the rest of this round, which is the last initiative of this round. So you got 1 success. So your defense is 2.
Okay.
Cool.
And the leather jacket is soft armor 1.
Yep.
It is. So your effective defense is 3, which is very important. Okay. All right. So from behind you, you hear, "I hope you enjoyed your customer experience," as the mimic attempts to bite onto your neck.
Not a mimic. That's the wrong game.
Dude, there are dozens of types of Zed.
1 session in and already betrayal.
Hey, at least it was only like 40 minutes of gaslighting. I see how it is.
But he misses you. He doesn't even make it past your defense. But it's very much like he's dropped the clipboard and is like, and now you can see with his mouth fully open that it's like rotted zombie teeth. And he's like, ah.
Top 10 anime betrayals 2020.
Yep. Top 10.
Not the Best Buy guy.
Well, you know what? I don't know. What
Hey, he's the favorite NPC we've seen so far.
This guy's been doing customer service for decades at this point. I'm honestly, I feel for him.
No, I'd want to eat somebody too.
So,
right?
All right.
Like I can't even hold it against. I ain't even mad.
Back to the characters, and initiatives do not have to stay in the same order they were previously.
So in their full round move, is 9 feet a very short distance compared to?
You all move faster than that.
Okay, just want to make sure.
In story path, normally, if you say you are taking a move and an action, I let you move a range band and take an action. So from touching to across the room, from across the room to like the other side of the house, the other side of the street, and take an action. If you take a full move, I let you do 2 range bands. Shamblers are not allowed to do that.
Okay. They either
Shamblers have
Okay.
to do measured steps.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
going. I'm moving away. And then I'm also going to go ahead and do amped up. Spend momentum.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, you, Machete, you have that thing. So roll me 10.
Okay. And so what's the roll on amped up?
Spends momentum, rolls medicine intelligent. They gain a benefit of 9 again on the physical action from round, and I can target others.
Okay, cool. That's a good one. Base
Okay,
difficulty
it's
2. So holy crap. Okay, so you get 6 successes. 2 of them are 2 of them are eaten by the difficulty. 1 of them I assume is eaten by the complication.
Doesn't say, but yes.
Would you like-
to
Yes.
avoid attracting zombies.
Right. And so you have 3 successes to spend on stunts.
Okay, then I'll do
You can do so.
target other.
2 successes targets other. 1 success will add another round.
So I'll do, obviously, I can do 1 target and 1 round.
So do you want to do crunch for 2 rounds?
Yes.
Okay, so crunch.
And I'm moving away.
You feel the blood in your body out of nowhere. So does Nin say something?
No.
Okay, so you don't know where this came from. The blood starts to pump. It is like when you get the
I'm
black
hungry.
crud, when you get the black crud coffee from the one shop. It's like you just had 5 of them at once. And you're just like, ah, time to murder.
He's murdering things. Did him. Okay, I think he's doing.
Okay. I've got 4 base successes
With 9, you did the 9 again?
with the 9 again.
Okay.
My 3 enhancement.
Okay. So all you buy off their 3 defense and your 1 complication. So what's that leave you at? 2? All right.
Please.
So what stunt do you want to buy with the extra successes?
Let's see. I have my inflict damage, and we'll buy. What is their might?
Good
It counts-
question.
It will count as 1 less because of heavy-handed. So I knocked down here.
Okay. Yeah, you just knock them down.
Yeah, I'll knock down.
Okay, cool. So that kills another one, and it falls down and like breaks apart.
And all like amped up, I'll just kind of like plow into them, just like chopping
You will acknowledge me.
bits.
Okay. So that's 2 people down. Next actions.
7, go.
All right, 7 will take another shot.
Okay.
7 will miss again.
Oh no.
All right.
What did
I'm
I
gonna
even
try-
show up?
What's Terry doing?
I'm trying to take a pot shot at the mimic.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend just a momentum for a dice.
Okay. You are within melee range, so you have to get past his defense of 3.
Okay. Let's see if my 4 dice. No, I had 2 successes, so I just fail regular. But
Okay.
and he just shouts out, "Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal!" Bang.
And it's Maze.
All right. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is back the fuck up.
You can go from the touching. Are you backing away from the mimic or backing away from the coming horde?
Can I go up on a shelf?
You can. Aren't you holding the Oni box?
I am holding the Oni box in one hand and a gun in the All right. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get bit, and I am the mentally static character. So this is not my scene.
Okay.
I am going to holster my pistol, take out my grapple, and grab a thing and swing up out of the way.
Okay. Are you going to swing off to the left, right, or attempt to swing over the horde? It will be more difficult to swing over the horde, but you'd be clear.
I don't want to swing over the horde because,
if you fail, you land in the horde.
Well, one, if I fail, I land in the horde, and two, I'm not going to abandon my people here. I just need to get out of reach of this guy.
So you're going left or right and gonna land on some of the wreckage.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What do you think? Dex athletics?
Yeah, I would say Dex athletics, and does balanced step, are there complications for terrain?
Yes.
Balanced steps then.
Okay.
So
yep.
I ignore up to 2 of the complications.
Okay, which is how much I was gonna give you. Because you're basically moving at a weird angle and then trying to land on wreckage.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right.
Nice. Nice. Okay, 4 successes.
4 successes plus 1 enhancement from the grapple.
Okay. So you do it with flair. Would you like to describe how you do it?
Yeah, so she holsters her weapon, she pulls out her grapple, she swings it up and pulls and jumps, and she does kind of a hop skip thing over on the shelves and balances on top of a display of it's a good display. A display of ancient, cracked computing devices.
Yes.
Insert music we're not allowed to use for copyright reasons.
Okay. So.
And then she says, mimics. Why'd it have to be mimics?
As your character has decided that you hate mimics.
I do now. Hey. She may not be a telling visionary priest.
Yeah.
But she respects their religion.
It's true.
She's been studying it for a while now.
Okay. So, on this turn, the 9 remaining members of the horde keep shambling and make it right up to Nin's face. They're basically just grasping at you. And the mimic, since the person he tried to bite got away, is going to turn to the person that shot him in a non-vital area. So Terry, roll your stamina to see if you can up your defense.
Yeah. Wow, 3 successes.
Okay.
My peaks and troughs are just.
And
but yeah, take that 4 defense. Come at me.
Do you have soft armor?
I do. 5.
Okay.
Come at me, mimic. I rolled
6.
magnificently.
So close. So he gets 4 successes.
Oh.
So it's the armor. It's the armor that keeps he gets his hands on you and gets his teeth on a thick part of your leather jacket and
Thank you, Saint Max.
Okay, back to the heroes.
If I'm bashing them, I'm just kiting them around so as I kill them off. I'm just running around in circles.
So are you gonna take a full movement to
Yeah.
Okay. So let me double check something. I need to see what the limits are on that condition. Because there has to be a point, at least where, like, let's see, a Zed goes out of their way. Okay.
But until they're gone.
Yeah, no, it's freaking ridiculous. Okay.
I'm the kiter.
So first off, the fact that they are going out of their way to focus on you actually hits a momentum trigger. So you guys have another momentum off of her condition. Her condition literally does not go away until she has escaped the scene or all zombies in the scene are destroyed.
Yay! You're now the tank.
Okay,
Somebody's
so
gonna
you're
die.
taking a full
Oh,
movement.
be my children.
Are you running like in the opposite direction of Maze?
Yes, if I'm visualizing it correctly. Like,
Yeah. So you guys are at the back of the building. There's
Mhm.
wreckage this way, wreckage that way. The path back to the exit is this way, and that's where the horde is. She swung on her like cool Indiana Jones thing over this way. So if you want to keep them away from everyone, you'll want to run this way.
I mean, I don't want to keep them away from everyone. Enough to be where.
You can run over to me and I can help you get out of here.
Yeah, that's true. I'll be like, put the rope down.
Okay. So okay.
You're gonna have to carry the Oni box, and if you drop it, I will be very angry.
Drop it.
Give me a Dex athletics check with just
Okay.
one complication.
Roll me a 2.
So you just need a success and you need to buy off the one complication.
You got exactly 2 successes.
I got exactly 2.
You managed to scramble up and you are next to Maze.
Hello.
All right.
This is a cool box.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm gonna spin the die for momentum.
You get
Okay.
the thing. You're 9 again.
And you still have 9 again. I can't see it.
Yeah. 10 successes.
Damn.
Holy
There were a lot of explosions.
crap.
Okay, I just want to point out how much better we are at rolling dice than your werewolf game.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're awful.
You're right. Like, you guys suck. We're doing
Okay.
great.
So 10 successes plus the 3 enhancements. So 13 minus the 3 for their defense, minus the 1 for the complication. You're at 9.
I assume you can only buy critical once.
You can buy critical a number of times equal to the scale of thing you are. So the answer is yes. You can only buy it
That's
once.
fair. That's fair. Well, I'll start off with buying critical.
Fair.
And I'll have 5 more to do something with.
Yeah.
Faint?
Yeah, I will buy faint twice and leave 1 floating.
What's Faint do for you?
Every 2 successes spent on this, you generate an enhancement on an ally's next attack against the opponent you're attacking.
Nice. Perfect.
Who wants to go next? I'll designate you as the ally.
Go 7.
I got 7.
Jeremy,
7 has 2 enhancements.
you have 2 enhancements.
Okay.
You can hit it.
All right.
Watch it miss.
He's literally holding 1 in place. Like his 2 levels of damage, put the machete
He's like,
down
here.
one. It's right here.
Oh, I imagine it more like chop into 1, stick like pointy fingered hand through
Yeah,
another
like
torso,
holding
and
it
just
up.
like shoot it in the face, holding it up just like a puppet. Like shoot it.
All right, 7 will take a shot. How much momentum do we have in the pool right now?
You have 3. By the way, you absolutely positively, which I figured in this game, you absolutely have spent more than half at one point.
Okay, that's fair. People mind if I spend a momentum?
Go
Do
for
it.
it.
We aren't spending it. We're doing something wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've already seen how much momentum we've generated, so I'm not too concerned about spending it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Nin.
She's not the only one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can thank me though.
I only rolled 1 success, but that still puts me at 4, so that's damage.
That's fine.
Yay.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, and you aren't. Yeah, you are still within melee range of them, so you are. Yeah. So yes, you damage it. So you finish another one off. the one he's like holding up with his head.
At this point, has the horde been sufficiently moved that there's sort of a way out, or are they still sort of blocking the exit?
So you can see all of their heads except the one that just got its head blown up. All their heads followed Nin. So they are going to head that way, up a bunch of wreckage. Quick, easy math in your head. If you let them take their turn, they're going to burn their whole movement climbing up this wreckage so slowly.
Okay, all right.
So next turn, that will be clear. So, who else?
All right. Can I hold my action until the Zed have started to climb up the hill?
Yes.
Because then, like, once they climb up slowly, then I can swing away with Nin and be like, losers.
You absolutely can. Yes. As long as your initiative slot is used within this turn, it's fine. Okay, so that means Terry.
Is the mimic still up, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's damaged him.
Oh, damn it. All right, I'm shooting the mimic again. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
No, I guess
Botch.
7 was the only one who was
Botch?
taking a hit.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what happens. You've got the gun, you're like, ha ha ha, ha ha, like he's right against you. Click. Fuck.
I see you too.
I guess you showed up to your first mission after being like a priest with, what's that, 2 bullets?
Yes, 2 bullets. 2 bullets.
When you pray to Dirty Harry, you're supposed to have at least 6.
So you
Maybe
know,
5.
I'm new at this.
So you know, a botch is worth 2 momentum.
Ooh.
Way to help the team, Cameron.
The Knights
And
of
so
Silver
the
Screen are
horde
disappointed
does
in
in
me.
fact change its angle and start, like it makes it to the bottom of the wreckage and then has to fall over to begin crawling. Even if you just stood there, it wouldn't be able to attack you next turn because it would have to climb up and then stand up.
Mm-hmm. All right. I am going to put the box in your hands. My Yorker personality is going to come out, and I say, if you drop this, I will toss you to them. Then I proceed to swing across.
All right.
While holding her.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna say that's like, I'm gonna say it's 3 complications, but you get rid of 2 of them with your edge, so it's 1 complication.
Yes, and I rolled 4 successes, and I have a 1 enhancement for my grappling hook.
Okay. Okay. Yep. So the Zed are making it up here. She grabs you. You're holding, and after threatening to murder you, swing past the Zed horde, and you guys are back on the path up the entrance on the other side of them.
What are they like? They're like, wait a second.
The mimic who was not affected, who fortunately, because you bought off the one, no, he should be affected by your second failure. The mimic is actually going to push past Terry.
No.
Excuse me, sir.
I will not be ignored.
take a band of movement and make a desperate attempt to bite Nin. Nin, what's your defense? Your defense is 1. Roll your stamina to try to increase it.
Okay.
Stamina.
2.
And you have soft armor.
Yep. Keep rolling.
Nice.
I heard nice. What?
3 successes plus your soft armor.
So 3 plus soft armor. 4?
So, okay, so 5 in total?
Yeah.
Yep.
5.
Okay. And he has he has complications for things, so he is probably not going to hit you.
Wait.
2, 3, 4. No. All right. So like his customer service claws just scrape at the back of your jacket.
That's glorious.
He is clearly faster than the Horde. Let this be my story guide message to the team that Nin failing to buy off the psychic thing and then being the tank literally only works with shamblers.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Get her some better armor.
Or some better athletics.
Or some better athletic.
I can do the armor.
All right, so back to the top. Just so you, the heroes, know, they now do have a path. Like, you could go around the rest of that horde and make your way back up to the entrance.
First things first, you gotta kill this mimic.
Yeah.
He's just in the way. Somebody else, like this horde, I'm over it. I'm done with it. I've killed a bunch of them. Moving on. This mimic, it's new, it's fascinating. It's trying to eat my friend. Gotta go.
I'm trying to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool.
And I'm cranky because the coffee is worn off.
It has.
That's true.
So it's the exact same difficulty and complication as the others. So defense 3 and 1 complication for the train.
Does anybody mind if I spend an enhancement or I spend a momentum?
Go for
Do
it.
it.
All right, not bad, not bad. All right, so I'll have a total of 9. So buy off 4,
Okay.
5. I'll buy the crit.
Okay. Yeah, you get a massive hit into him. You
Chop into this customer service man.
Hey, JQ's jumped on. Say hi to everyone. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey. Yep.
But yeah, no, Crunch will bring his machine to bear on this poor customer service employee.
Yep. What you're joining is that they have entered the Great Gift on the Cliff.
His name is Mr.
It's a Best Buy that's hanging on the edge of an island in what used to be San Dimas, California.
We're definitely trying to not be zombies.
And
Except for Stephanie.
currently a mimic, which is a breed of zombie that still looks human and has remembered a few lines of common phrases they said when they were alive, asked them how he could be of assistance, and helped them find the item they were looking for. His customer service was excellent until he tried to bite them.
His name's Mr. Alfredo?
But apparently his name is Mr. Alfredo. So, okay.
I'm going to trust the necromancer.
Wonderful. Okay, so Crunch went. What are the next actions from the heroes?
Real quick, before I have 1 floating success, what is his might? Is it more than 2?
It's more than 2.
Okay, then I will let that success flow.
Okay, so
That's fine.
who next?
I am right there.
Okay.
Where are the
In the box.
On the Shiv,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a 1 enhancement.
1 moment, I will double check for you. But I believe you were correct.
Wait, I have it right here. It's lethal. It's melee.
It's concealable. Yeah,
Okay.
it's 1.
Okay.
1 enhancement.
So you can take a stab at him. You're going to have the same defense 3 and complication 1. But you ignore the terrain complications. So defense 3.
Okay.
Go for it. Finish him.
Finish him.
And you do. So Crunch comes up, gets the big hit with the machete, causing Nin, I'm sorry, what's the name of the customer service gentleman?
Mr. Alfredo.
Causing Mr. Alfredo to stumble forward, and Maze turns around and just kind of holds a shiv up, and he just like stabs right into it. And he
Great
mumbles
service.
something about help you.
Thank you for your service, Mr. Alfredo. We appreciate you.
You come again.
I will rate you. 5.
Okay. At this point, everyone is allowed, if they wish, to just flee. Is the nice thing about dealing with small groups of shamblers. It's only when they get into the horde size that they become an issue.
How many shamblers do there appear to be left?
8. Most of them have fallen over at this point, so you can narratively finish them off if like other people wish to help you.
I was saying, my plan is to stay until they're finished off. That way they can't be a problem for someone else later.
That's fair. It's part of your group's thing. Is anybody else willing to help finish off these shamblers?
With Seven's booking it, but he'll take some shots on the way out.
Yeah, I'm not I'm here to help people, but
you can totally stomp them since you're out of bullets.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. So yes, you guys, 3 of you work together. The 2 lady
I take the Oni box back.
Take the Oni box back, and
exit the building.
Yes, exit building, and you guys finish off that little horde. No problem. So, and when the last one of the Zed is destroyed, Nin, you feel that kind of tingling center of attention feeling go away. And with the strain you are, it's a little bittersweet.
I know, that's what I was saying. I was like, well.
They could have been friends.
I don't know that.
Okay. So you guys successfully found the box. The caravan that you have found to take you to the box's destination is ran by Charlie Compass. Charlie Compass is planning on leaving right before the crack of dawn. Charlie has no idea that you are all being paid separately. And so it's just beneficial that Charlie is going the direction you need to go and is going to pay you 100 scrap up front. Charlie will not give it ahead of time until the caravan's moving, but you were able to do a little bit of research ahead of time. The caravan will have at least one merchant on it almost the whole trip. So at minimum, you will be able to spend your scrap at that merchant.
Ooh.
Spend the scrap on me.
Doing what precisely?
Crafty
Make
stuff.
stuff.
Oh, fine.
Because as someone who could always use more weapons and better armor and weapons, I intend to throw all of my scrap at Jeremy. I'm going to go through San Dimas before we leave.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to find a Crimson Cross group who would be interested in joining this caravan for personal food reasons.
Okay. Cool.
I'll bring my doctor friend.
My doctor friend.
I clearly can discuss many medical things.
Not what I don't want to talk about.
Okay. Do you have a pool you want to pitch me for locating members of a specific society in a relatively large city?
Culture?
Perfect. And then what after?
Go with cunning?
Cunning and culture. I'll allow it.
Cool.
So I won't give you any special complications because one, they are one of the most commonly known societies, and two, when I say large, I mean like a Fallout 4 large city.
Yeah.
Like it's large, but it's
still
not
big.
large. Like
It's still big. It's just not a city, really.
Right.
Like Des Moines.
We're assuming it has a sustainable population, but you don't see it.
I got 2 successes.
Okay, cool. You can find some of them before they go to bed, they were thinking about joining that caravan. They just weren't sure because Charlie Compass, while not a bad person, Charlie just is a completely for-profit caravan leader, and can you convince them to join you?
Probably not. But I'm gonna try.
Okay.
So I believe my joyous strain condition will impact.
I believe that's going to give you complications to social interactions.
Yes. Let me find it.
Do you want me to come with you?
I mean, probably.
Okay, so Maze.
I am a crowd pleaser.
And
plus
the
1
group you're
difficulty.
gonna have.
It's true. And like I said, I'm a crowd pleaser.
Okay, so you
Unless-
have Maze with you.
Unless one of the Crimson Caravan people is a Gorger.
No, not currently.
Animals in the Crimson Caravan. Yeah, so I will have a +1 difficulty in a social arena challenge.
Okay. I believe that crowd pleaser gives me a +2 enhancement to changing the
Oh yeah, it absolutely does.
attitude of a group.
It does.
Another string condition.
It's one of your family edges. Crowd pleaser, page 74. Yep. Whenever your character's in a crowded area, such as this is a side of like a bar.
Mm-hmm.
They basically claimed like a corner table. You gain +2 enhancement to shift the atmosphere. So go ahead and pitch a social pool to me, and give +2 enhancement.
Is Crimson Cross part of a?
It is a positively looked upon society.
Okay. I have the lore enhancement religious scholar. Would that apply in this situation? Or yeah, the skill trick. Basically, I have a.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So.
They're not as much focused on religion, but like they're healers and good people.
Can I do a presence academics?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that again. And your +2 enhancements.
Okay.
Yeah, you can convince them to join up. So they will be a cart on the caravan. And I'm guessing Crunch's motivation was to appeal to their humanity to be considerate of your special dietary needs. Okay. So Not all of them are down with that, but there are a few of them that are hardcore high humanity enough that they're like, okay, as long as it's not too often, I'll let you get a sip.
Whatever.
Crunch is like, that's all I'm asking.
That's all I need.
So, okay, cool. Anything else out of Crunch or Maze that night?
Nope.
No. I'm assuming since you guys were already in town, you already are housing somewhere. You've got a room in some place.
I'm in the car.
Seven's in his car.
I give 7.
Monitoring the box.
I give 7 my 20 scrap that I received for this foray because I got to murder zombies.
Wonderful.
Want something made from it?
I mean, eventually, yes.
Okay. Let me know.
He's doing the Diablo 3 approach with the vendor.
Mhm.
He didn't quite get you a level, but a little XP.
I will sleep at the temple, and it is absolutely the temple of the Wild Stallions.
Oh, San Dimas? It is
Uh-huh.
the Temple of the Wild Stallions.
Yes. And I pay to sleep there because that's how the religion works.
And Nin, what are you doing?
I'm following Terry around, not saying anything. not being like stealthy.
So you're sitting in the back of the Temple of the Wild Stallions?
Yeah, I'm just watching.
Okay.
You have to pay to get in.
That's my whole thing. I'm there. I'm randomly in places.
Okay.
Be against the philosophy of the Wild Stallions.
I think the Wild Stallions, I feel, would let you in.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're being excellent to each other
Be excellent.
and party on. So I imagine it's not a great place to sleep.
Oh, no.
It's probably quite noisy.
No, like they've got a collection of speakers, some in great condition, some not so much, that is playing music that they're pretty sure is the sort of music that the Wild Stallions played.
Yes, definitely. There's we're good friends with like the Light of Hedon, like to come over and get real blitzed and
Yeah. Oh, and you guys are like this with the Kings and Queens.
the Kings and Queens. Yep. We're all like, no, you can come jam all you want. Be excellent.
So Nin just pays attention to this strange priest worshiping his strange faith that has nothing to do with worshiping a giant fungus. It's so strange. So, unless anybody has anything else, the night passes. So, the caravan. Let me describe what you know just immediately is on this caravan. The caravan is organized on the mainland. So you get out of San Dimas, you cross a bridge to a piece of land that acts as a bit of like a checkout point to the other islands. You basically formally let them know you're leaving the Los Angeles archipelago, and you go on another bridge and you go to the mainland. Where the caravan is set up. The caravan was initially going to be 20 vehicles, but because of some player interaction, it will be 21 vehicles, not counting Seven's vehicle. So 22 in total. At the front of the caravan, riding in a modified semi, is Charlie. Charlie seems to be a genderless individual. The distinct feature about Charlie, the Charlie Compass, is that Charlie Compass is adorned in compasses. Seems to be just collecting them. Because of this, none of them are particularly useful. Yeah, so, but Charlie, upon seeing all of you show up for guard duty, goes, oh, yeah, you made it, great. Like looks at a compass like looking at a timepiece. Goes, right on time. Let's cup his pocket. Opens up a big chest and gestures to one of Charlie's assistants. Charlie and the assistant are both rovers, and they go and they divvy out in bags 100 scrap to each of you. And Charlie goes, let me just point out where you can spend that scrap if you want to while we're on the trip. Points back. You see that many of the cars and wagons and trucks have markings similar with rovers, diesel jocks, Americans. You do see one vehicle that seems to be Night Cube seems to be fancier than all the others. And something tells you that that's probably Elitariat. And the other vehicles don't immediately jump out at you at who's in them. Compass does take the time to point out that if you want to get some grub, there's Cookie, and points to a food truck, and where underneath an awning that's like super low down, you can barely make out a Lazcarian, like gathering up some food supplies, seeing nobody's actually like coming to get breakfast anymore, and closing the awning. A couple vehicles down, points to a large van with like a bunch of stars painted on it and some sort of silver vehicle on the side. And he goes, that's our local merchant. She's a Vegasan, so watch your pockets around her, and double check her prices. But Shiny's got a good selection. Restocks at every stop. Charlie gestures behind him, and inside of the cabin of the truck, the driver is a very large man. He goes, "This is my right-hand man, Miller time." And you could tell by like the glowing green veins that Miller is a irons. Miller's like morning. Like is just ready to go. And lets you know finally, if you're hurt, that the vehicle way down there, and points to a hearse. That's where the caravan's sawbones is. It's named Mercy. Don't let Mercy weird you out. She's one of those full dead. But yeah, I know it's weird. A full dead sawbones. It's weird, but you don't seem to think it's weird. It's okay. But that's a little brief introduction. But I'm sure once you've been on the road for a while, you all get to know each other just fine. So yeah. Looks around, goes, so, like, gestures for you guys to come in. Like, so, since you're the security, I'll let you in on a secret. I'll let you know why I've been able to do so many cross the wasteland trips. I may know how to navigate, but I let my security decide what routes to take. you're the ones that are going to have to be dealing with the danger. It's in your interest to go to the areas that aren't as dangerous. And I use my knowledge of the road to let you know a little information about where we're going. So the goal is to get all these people over to the East Coast. And we're going to do that. I'm going to let you decide where we go. From here, we can go on up. It gets cooler up there. We don't have to deal so much with rad scorpions and rad spiders and rad yotes. So it gets cooler. We can go all the way up to the bay. That will add time to the trip. We might get low on resources if we go that route. Less danger. We can just travel straight east. We're going to go through the desert. Straight shot. It's going to get really hot. And we're going to deal with things like rad scorpions and rad spiders, rad yolks. Or we can go a little south and east, where we might be bordering on some of the bandit camps. But bandits don't have big radioactive stingers.
I would rather deal with rat scorpions than have to talk to a Baywalker.
I'd rather deal with bandits than rad scorpions.
Ditto.
Actually, that's a lie. Rad yotes. It's really the rad yotes that killed it for me.
They travel in packs and they're tricksy.
I just really hate Baywalkers. They're the worst. They're the absolute worst.
I vote bandits.
Bandits it is.
Oh, they didn't. They're their thought.
Alright, what are you two on?
Where there are bandits, there are often Zed. I vote bandits.
Now, are we talking, wait, bandits? Are we talking like bad brain?
But I mean, yeah,
All right.
yeah. I mean, like you can barely tell the difference.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, you can barely tell the difference between a bad brain and a Baywalker.
Hey, now that's a little much.
I'll leave that. I'll leave that one be. I'll let you work that one out.
Like
I'm still voting for bandits. I just wanted to know.
We got our coordinates. We got our security. Okay, everyone, shouting. Let's go. And starts directing you guys south and then east. That is where we will leave off today.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, go around. Kate, what did you think?
I had a lot of fun. Excited to hit the road and get checking things out.
Wonderful. Jeremy, what do you think?
Why can't we roll this well on a werewolf? I mean, is it too much to ask?
Yes, miss, 10 successes over there.
Hey.
It's the same base statistics. It's a little better actually in werewolf because of the way some characters are built.
Cameron,
Right.
what are your thoughts?
I had a great time. Apparently, I'm just going to be a one-line spouting machine.
That's fine. You know you love it.
I do.
Bless us with education.
Because
Teach us the
more you
old
know,
ways.
and knowing is half the battle.
And having a brain because
Copyright.
I'm literally.
Insert copyright here.
I'm working
I'm
on the
looking
red
for
lasers.
one-liners now.
Stephanie and Lewis, what did you think?
I like it.
Had a great time.
Character's fun.
We are one session in, and I am tracking the number of Zed killed on this trip.
You should.
7.
Absolutely.
It's a lucky number.
Great. All right. So, if you're watching this, if you watched it tonight, thank you. If you watch it once it's on YouTube, also thank you. We will be here again next Tuesday, same time. And our Forsaken game is on Saturdays at 10 Central.
Same Z time, same Z channel.
I told people this is going to be the more lighthearted game out of my two. All right. So thanks to everyone, and have a good night.
Burned any
Yeah.
yet.
Have a good night.
Night.